Merry Christmas, guys, girls, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's Christmas 2020. If you're here watching this video, I'm glad you made it. It's definitely been a crazy year for everybody. Year's coming to an end. Got a lot of exciting stuff planned for next year, and to talk about. We're actually going to talk about it today, so I'm actually very excited to talk about it. But first thing on the agenda today, we're moving the Miata over to the shop. It was already there. I swapped it out for the Mustang because I was driving Miata for a little bit. I was driving the Mustang, so the Mustang's at the shop. We're gonna take the Miata over there. So let's go. I really don't know if it's gonna start because oh gosh, it's been like 3 weeks. Oh yeah. Gotta love the lifter tick, bud. I'm actually really surprised this thing started. It's been like 2.5, 3 weeks since this thing started because I was on vacation for a week. So yeah, but let's get this thing on the trailer. We'll get it over there, get going, and we'll see you there. Oh yeah. Come on. There we go. All right, boys, we got the car loaded up on the trailer. We're gonna head to the shop. Once I get down the road a little bit, we'll talk about the news and everything that I have to talk about for next year. And as far as low standards garage and everything goes, the past week I've talked to some pretty smart people and got some pretty good ideas. So we should, yeah, it's gonna be fun to talk about. But let's get to the shop, get the car unloaded, and I'll talk to you about it. All right, boys, we have made it back to the shop. The auto made it great. Truck pulled great. We're gonna get this thing unloaded and we'll get it in here. As you can see, the Mustang is green. I haven't showed the wrap off yet on the channel, but it's green. We'll go over that. As well, while we're here, we'll just kind of do a rundown since all the vehicles are in one place now. And yeah, I'll just kind of go over everything. But let's get the Miata unloaded and yeah. All right, boys, Miata's unloaded, Mustang's here, truck's out here. Got the trailer parked along with the other trailer, but this is the setup. It's the Mustang and the Miata. Got the shop. Finally got my toolbox over here, but yeah, let's kind of go over everything really fast. So the Mustang has been rewrapped from the orange that you saw the last time. The orange it wasn't good quality. The wrap itself was fine, but the guy that put it on did a really terrible job. So we put it off and had to get some body work done, and we got it rewrapped. So this is Enzotech gloss Mamba green. It's very, very nice color. I love it on this car. I've never been a big green fan. However, I think it looks phenomenal on this car. Guys over at Camel City Wraps killed this wrap. They're in Winston. I'll put a link to their Instagram in the bio or in the description down below. So you guys can go check them out if you're interested in getting your car wrapped or anything. I did have the wheels up for sale. I never really got any hits or anything on them. Somebody watching this is interested, DM me, give you the specs, and we can talk about it. Other than the color and the wheels and stuff, nothing's really changed with this thing. I do have parts for it at the house, and I'm glad that we have the space to do it because it is currently like 25 degrees outside. I got to get a heater because the shop doesn't have heat, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I got the toolbox over here, which is super nice. You know, it's full of tools. We got the detail cart, vacuum, broom. There's a small heater here. It doesn't really heat the whole shop, but you know, it is what it is. I can't get over this thing. This thing looks so good. I'm excited. That spoiler is about to be gone. I've got a big Country Loud spoiler going on. My steering wheel finally came in, so we got a steering wheel to put on. And show season next year, if all goes well, should be pretty fun. The last time y'all actually got a video on this thing, it was, I just got it. It wasn't super low or anything. It had some different wheels. The biggest change to this car, obviously, is the camber. So we took the car up to the mountains. Went up there with Miller, Wes, and Ryan. We had a great time up there. Drove really hard on some mountain roads, and I enjoyed it. I loved driving this car in the mountains. Which you're probably gonna be like, well, then why did you camber? Why did you ruin the car? I don't really have an answer. I had a blue Miata before this one that I did a video on that's on the channel. That to me was more of a track car. I had over fenders and big fat tires on it. There was motor work done to it. This thing, I mean, this is what I wanted, honestly, was just a really low, big camber stock body Miata. And that's what we got going on here. It is on BC Extreme Lows, 15x8 plus 0 diamond steelies in the front, 15x10 negative 50 diamond steelies in the rear on a 195/45. Got a little cargo rack, Avenue Performance steering wheel, stock shifter, radio. I mean, other than that, I mean, that's really all this car is. It's just a big camber stock body Miata. Sorry. I took it to Hickory for a show. I've drove it a lot like this, and I get a lot of looks, and it's really funny. I've contemplated taking the camber arms back off and just putting it back like it was to be able to go back to the mountains and enjoy it. But I really don't know. I really like it like this right here. For the simple fact that I get so many questions from so many people about this car. Even more so than this car. Like when I first built this car, I used to get questions a lot, like, you know, how do you drive like that? Is it on air? All that stuff. But there's so many of these cars done now that people are used to it as far as like car people. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Miatas done. But as far as like a cambered out Miata like this, there's none around me at all. There's not another one like this around me that I've seen at all. So lots of questions, lots of people ask me about this car. But other than the Mustang and the Miata, we got the tow rig. 1500 Z71 Silverado, 6-inch rough country lift, 22x14 American truck wheels on some 33 1350 Dirt Commanders. Nothing crazy. It's just a stock truck with a lift and some wheels. But it pulls fantastic. It pulls better than everybody told me it was going to. It pulls better than I ever thought it would. I've only towed this thing with it so far, but it pulls phenomenal. With this and that dovetail that I pulled it over here on, this thing will get trailered next year once we start going to shows again out of state and everything. So yeah, Pulls a whole lot better. I thought I wanted a diesel, but the price of a diesel versus what I paid for this is just, it's such a big difference that I'm glad that I just went with what I got. Because I mean, it hasn't let me down at all. Okay, so we got everything moved over here and everything, but let's talk about what the news was that I had to talk about. So we have got a design made for Low Standards Garage. I actually have a logo made. I've kind of threw some renders together of a couple t-shirts. So I'm probably going to start dropping merch, sometime early next year. And once that's up, I'll let you guys know. I'll probably put it on Instagram before anything, and I'll put the link to the Instagram page in the description. We'll have t-shirts and hoodies and face masks probably because of COVID and all that good stuff, and we'll just kind of take it slow. I'll probably do a small order, the first couple orders, just to see how many people are actually interested in the merchandise. But I'm probably going to do something along the lines of like something like this. This is Ayers. For everybody that doesn't know, it's my buddy Justin's shop. He's out of Canada. I'll probably do a logo like this, but maybe not this big. I'll probably just have like on the upper breast, and then the big logo on the back, just to kind of see. But I'm not really sure. If you've got any suggestions or anything, leave them in the comments. I'll read through everything. I'll take all the suggestions I can get. But other than that, let me know. Other than that, boys, that is probably going to end today's video. It's Christmas. Go home and spend a little time with the family and do all that fun stuff. I hope you have a great Christmas, and we will see you in the next one.